Hey everyone, it's YouTube people, it's Knafla. I'm here again to do a Tactica video on Crusader squads, or the Black Templars troop choice. Um, First question I usually get from my other players is the number game. See, there's a 10-man squad, 5-man squad. Ultimately, you have to think ahead. What are they going to do? Like, my 5-man squad is going to be in a Razorback with an HQ choice. I'm going to hint at that later. And they're going to charge up with the melt-a-gun to try to take out enemy tanks, which is why the Razorback has the las cannon and a power weapon to make it a threat. You want to make your troop choices always a threat. If they are a threat, the enemy will have to they have to focus their attention on this, I don't know, 150-ish point squad. And with that, you get, I don't know, like 1,700 points left that can just annihilate. Well, with that squad moving up, Razorbacks. Razorbacks are essential because they allow a troop choice running up with a heavy weapon. Now, I prefer the las cannon to the heavy bolter for the simple reason. Ooh, you have a tank? Not anymore. The monstrous creature? Okay, it got a wound. Melt gun. That's another wound. Yay! It's dead. But one tactic I don't see anyone else using like at all is the 10-man squad dropping in a drop pod. You may notice this is half a drop pod. My drop pod broke because I accidentally smashed it against a wall. My bad. Anyway, I gave it a power fist and a plasma gun. You may notice that they all either have bolters or the plasma gun. The entire squad will have bolters, like, because that's necessary. Because what I use is I take the big blast from the Vindicator to open a hole for the drop pod. The drop pod comes in, and whatever is left standing from the Vindicator, I now have a 18 bolter shots and 2 plasma shots running at it. And I upgrade the drop pod to have a Deathwind missile launcher because that's another pie plate I get to lay down, and it makes me feel special. Yep. But an interesting about the Black Templars is they can have neophytes. This neophyte has a shotgun because sometimes I'll put it in here for an extra 2 shots. Not much, but those 2 shots can help with playing against armies like Guard or what do you call it? Tyranids, even Tau, because, well, the Tau player I play against sucks. But, yeah. Neophytes are helpful. They're only 10 points, and that's either 2 attacks or 2 shots for 10 points, which is, for Space Marines, is like, oh my god. This is gonna kill. But other than that, my overall tactic for the troop choice is have them run up. If you have an objective in the back, leave it. The enemy will take care of it. Or you can just sit the Razorback on it and let the las cannon do its work. And anything that gets close, ooh, a melt-a-gun and like 3 attacks each, and a power weapon. Now, the enemy's not gonna like that. That power weapon has killed Carnifexes. I know because I've done it before and it's awesome. Earlier I said I would put an HQ in there with it. Well, it's depending on what I'm facing. If I'm playing like Grey Knights or Demon Hunters, I think they're the same army. Yep. Oh, if I'm playing other Space Marines, I'll take my Marshal and just stick it in with him. Because now that's a Hammerhead unit. I now have an Epic Close Combat unit. I can deal with a Monolith right there. I can deal with any other type of tank. I have a freaking guy with 5 attacks swinging at initiative 5, no armor saves. That'll be covered in a later video on HQs. And I have a whole bunch of other guys and another power weapon. My experience is they're going to win combat 9 times out of 10. That one is that they're going to hit a squad that they can't handle. The squad can't handle, not the Marshal, the squad. like Grey Knight Terminators or other Black Templar Terminators with lightning claws, or even the occasional Hive Tyrant and Carnifex regime, which is cheap. But if I'm facing like something like Guard, which is gonna focus its firepower on the tanks, I was thinking Emperor's Champion in there. Why? I don't know why. I just like it and it works for me. For instance, when I do that, the squad, I may lose those two back guys, and in combat I may use the banner dude and the multigun, but the power weapon dude will survive, win combat, charge in, and then the Emperor's Champion. Okay, I won't go in details with Emperor's Champion for the simple reason I want to make more videos. Uh, Simply that this squad is great for anti-tanks. This squad is great for numbers. And that also, the drop pod allows me to drop in literally right on the objective, which is always helpful. And since we're not the Space Marine Codex, we don't get drop pod assault, so it can't come in first turn, and I love that. Because what I learned is infantry without tank backup sucks. Which is why Guard needs to run a good amount of tanks and infantry. If you run pure tanks, you're going to get shot down. You're going to be able to not shoot next turn or this turn or whatever turn it may be on. Or you just lost 140 points to a 20-point melt-a-gun. So that's how I see it. You do not want to drop pod in first and maybe not even second turn. For the simple reason you'll have no backup for like a turn or 2 turns. Other than that, they're fine. But you don't really want to. They rely on their numbers more than their weapon skill. Because they may have the same weapon skill as them, but they get more attacks. They have more chances to kill. They do not. They each have 1 attack each because we don't get sergeants. Although that Power Fist is going to be deadly, it doesn't matter. And that Power Fist is still a threat. When that comes on the field, this unit right here comes on the field, your opponent's going to freak out and try to take it out first turn no matter what. Even if the Land Raider's 7 inches away, they will be scared of this unit because I held it in reserves and brought it in right where I needed to. And they were really scared about this plasma gun because, well, it's plasma. Who doesn't like plasma? Okay, here's a good example. The Lehman Russ Executioner tank of the Imperial Guard. All it does is stay back and shoot plasma, 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 plasma. Ooh, a last cannon. That's about it, and all the Marine players I know hate it. But with that plasma thing right there, it can take care of it. With the Power Fist, it can take care of it. And all of a sudden, your opponent's like, oh shit, fucking threat. I don't think I'm allowed to say fuck on YouTube. Oh well, I'll find out. Other than that, take this bald guy's advice. Take the drop pod in a 10-man squad. Now, if you want to place an objective inside, park it on, put it in a place where the Razorback will be able to get a free shot, basically. There'll be more videos coming up shortly. Later.